In the afternoon, Mr. O'Meara, the surgeon, informed me that General Savary had made a proposal to him to accompany Bonaparte to St. Helena as his medical attendant. Monsieur Mangot, his surgeon, being a young man with whom he was little acquainted, and had suffered so much from seasickness in the passage from Rochefort that he felt averse to undertaking another sea voyage. He consulted me as to the propriety of accepting the offer. I told him it must depend very much upon his own feelings, but if he had no dislike to it, he had better accept the proposal on condition that our government consented and agreed to pay his salary. But in that case, an official communication must pass through me to the admiral on the subject. This was the first intimation I received of Bonaparte having made any arrangement towards complying with the notification he had received from our government. About 9 a.m., a large ship was seen to leeward, which on closing proved to be the Northumberland. The whole squadron then stood in and anchored to the westward of Berryhead. I went on board the Tonnant and reported to Lord Keith that Bonaparte had at last made up his mind to move from the Bellerophon without force being used, and that Count Bertrand was desirous of seeing his lordship, that he might make the necessary arrangements about the people who were to accompany him. By the admiral's direction, I returned to my ship and brought Monsieur Bertrand to him. Soon after, Sir George Cockburn arrived, and they were shut up together for nearly 2 hours. When I first went on board the Tonnant, I received a memorandum from Lord Keith, from which I give an extract, and at the same time a verbal intimation that I should receive an order in writing the next day to remove Bonaparte and such part of his suite as he might select to the Northumberland. All arms of every description are to be taken from the Frenchmen of all ranks on board the ship you command, and they are to be carefully packed up and kept in your charge, while they remain on board the Bellerophon, and afterwards in that of the captain of the ship to which they may be removed. While we were at dinner, Generals Bertrand and Monson were employed making out lists of what would be required by the French officers and the ladies to render them comfortable during their voyage to St. Helena, which were dispatched to Plymouth by Sir George Cockburn's secretary.